my heart is struggling to stand up here today. But if anyone knows me, you know I usually have something to say. I've been searching for a word that describes the pain we're feeling, but I can't find one in the English language. I don't think it exists. I had someone explain to me who has been suicidal that you have a good day and then you have a bad day, and that bad day can be really bad. He thinks Ethan had a bad day or hour or minute and he made a bad decision. He also said in that place of despair, you're not thinking about your friends and your family. You're focused on yourself and your pain, and you want it just to go away. That actually brought me comfort. Because his friends and family were such a big part of his life. If you're confused, it's okay. We are too. Ethan was the baby of our family, just like me. When he was young, I thought he looked like my brother Todd, my side of the family, but as he got older, we noticed he looked more like Jade. I have baby blue flowers in his casket piece because he had a baby blue blanket that he loved as a child, and I made up a song and we called it Baby Blue. And I sang that to him every night before he went to sleep. It was a simple, kind of silly song, but it's something that we did together. Those of you who knew Ethan when he was younger knew he was a goofy, silly kid. He was funny, sweet, active, and loved sugar, as we can clearly see today. We fondly look back on his love of cocoa. Just like James shared the same thing every morning. He'd get up, groggy and half awake, and like an old man, I use the same word, sit at the table and just say, "Cocoa," until I made it for him. As he grew older, he held the same traits, and the love of cocoa was substituted with coffee or tea, and his sweet tooth became an incredible palate. And we witnessed a kind, compassionate, hardworking, courageous young man appear. He was always loved by everyone. Everyone he came into contact with. Jade used to pray for the Lord's favor over all our kids. And the Lord has been and will continue to be faithful in that. I kind of wanted to talk today because I want to be honest. I don't want to call suicide something pretty, because it's not. It's a second. It's the second leading cause of death in males, aged 10 to 31 in America. It's clear we're not alone. I realize they say you're not alone a lot at work. If someone comes in like in a panic because they're late for an appointment, or someone calls in because they truly forgot an appointment, I say, don't worry, you're not alone, these things happen. And I'm assuming that I say that to reassure them so they don't feel so bad. Keep in mind, honestly, I only say that to the people that I like. It's true. I bring this up because being alone or feeling like you're alone can be a dark and difficult and lonely place. It's in this place where Satan, the deceiver, can grab a thought, combine previous thoughts from your life, or plant a thought with the intention and purpose to steal, kill, and destroy. That is his job description. It's in those places of darkness that unless you take those thoughts, like actually take those lies true, that they can actually grow faster and germinate. I believe in the early morning on February 16th, Satan, the deceiver, thought he won. But here's the truth. He didn't. What Satan meant for evil, my God will use for good. Somewhere, somehow, good will come out of this tragedy. I don't know when or how, but my God does. And that's all that I need to know right now. I gotta sit down. I'm just gonna kneel. Can you turn the page? My hands are still. Oh, jeez. I want to finish this. If you want to get mad at Satan. If you want to scream at Satan. Oh, thank you, Levi. If you want to hate Satan. He deceived my son because that's his job. He deceived even in the beginning of man. We live in a broken world because of Satan. It's like Star Wars, where good and evil coexist. It's crazy, we think. And Satan has that much power, but here's the truth again. Here's the truth again. My God, my Jesus is more powerful, infinitely more powerful. And Jesus is the light in the darkness. I found this fact online. And this is like a fact, like it's a fact about light. It's not from like something religious. This is a fact. I don't know why I can't move my hands. Light is more powerful than darkness because light creates life by giving people the power to see colors, reproduce, grow food, and so much more. When darkness and light clash, light always triumphs. Darkness can only exist in the absence of light. And the brighter the light, the lesser the influence of darkness. Isn't that cool? In fact, while light is a physical property that can be measured and quantified, darkness is a nothing. You can't measure darkness. It can best be described as the absence of light. The Bible, the only source of truth, says God is light. And God is love. We know Ethan was welcomed home, covered and consumed by love and light. The Bible describes it as the glory of God shining bright enough to not need a sun or a moon. No artificial light is needed because that's just who He is. He is light. All shame, guilt, tears, and pain completely wiped away. Ethan is free. My son is free. And he's free only because he knew and believed in Jesus. And it brings hope to our broken hearts. Here's a list of what my son was on this earth and what is now completed in heaven. He was purposefully created. He's a co-heir with Jesus Christ. He was wanted, found, loved, saved, redeemed, forgiven, free from guilt and shame, chosen, a friend of Jesus, a citizen in God's kingdom, God's co-worker, part of a church, God's people, a branch on God's vine, an ambassador for Christ, salt of the earth, which means he's bringing the flavor out of it, a light in the world, and a child of God. If you can't tell, there's a fight starting to well up in this mom's soul. I don't know what it means, and I don't know what it looks like, but I don't ever want another family or friend to experience this indescribable pain and sorrow ever. This I do know. Everyone here would want to see Ethan again. And they would want to see him loved, forgiven, and free. And the truth is, again, you can. He would want that for everyone who ever knew him. You have a choice today, right now, to just talk to Jesus. You can be normal, no fancy language. Your hands don't have to be a certain way. You don't have to be in a certain building. Nothing but you and him talking. You can talk about anything and everything. He made each and every one of us here. And his desire is to have you with him for eternity. He's knocking, and all we have to do is open the door and let him in. If you're tatted up, like Ethan, if you drink, you swear, you're depressed, you feel messed up, you're tired, you're dirty on the inside, you're dirty on the outside. You've done horrible things that can all be cleaned up in a moment, in one decision to open the door to Jesus, the one who's knocking. I guarantee he will come in and your life will never be the same. I gotta be thought out. Ethan believed a lie and made one bad decision. Look at what one decision can do. Because Ethan knew Jesus, that one bad decision resulted in death here, but got turned into life. And life with God forever and ever, perfectly, wonderfully loved. All of us here have one decision. Life or death. Heaven or hell. Choose today. Choose today which one you'll serve. We are not one of us here is promised tomorrow. I'm closing up here, and somewhere here there's some Bibles that I bought. I think they're on the table behind me. I've gone ahead and I've earmarked, yes, Psalms and John. I have 7 Bibles. And those are just good places to start. They're a gift to you from Ethan. And I want to leave you with this verse. In Romans 8:38. This brought me so much comfort. It's in the Bible, the one and only true source again. It says, written by Paul, I am convinced that nothing can ever separate us from God's love. Neither death nor life, neither angels or demons, neither our fears for today nor our worries about tomorrow. Not even the powers of hell can separate us from God's love. No power in the sky above or in the earth below. Nothing in all creation will ever be able to separate us from the love of God that is revealed in Christ Jesus. There's a song that we're going to play at the very end. And it's been the cry of my heart through this last week. I just want Jesus to come back, take us away from all this pain And if you want to stay and just close your eyes and listen to it, it's brought me hope. And my prayer is that it will for you guys too. We love you all. We can't thank everyone here enough for anything that you've been doing for us. We're overwhelmed with thankfulness for all the support that we have.